In this demo, David from FPNA wants to ensure that we're on track with financial targets for the quarter while there is still time to influence quarter-end results. Here, he reviews the most important forward-looking insights and predictions that need his attention. These insights are derived from financial as well as operational data. He starts with the first insight related to low cash balance. This is a forward-looking insight on cash, notifying the user of potential cash shortfall approaching in the next few weeks. As with the ledger agent, these insights are easy to set up with natural language. This comes from the predictive cash forecasting module, helping treasury and FPNA with more agile decision-making around working capital. It's a perfect example of how David's job is made easier by Fusion with contextual insights and always-on agile planning. David wants to add this cash insight to next week's executive briefing package. Instead of switching to a different tool, he simply asks the AI agent to include both the narrative and visualization in the package. David can examine the results and ask the agent to change aspects. The draft package has been updated, and David simply asks the package to be shared with the corporate treasurer, Rob. David was able to identify a low cash balance event, investigate it, and package it into an executive briefing package. He also sent it off to Treasury to work on fixing the problem. This revenue variance is material. He wants to better understand the issue and perhaps see if anything can be done to correct this revenue shortfall before quarter end. This insight is generated using curated real-time transactional data from bookings, sales, and supply chain. It's based on a multivariate prediction driven from historical data as well as forward-looking signals from operational systems like CPQ and sales. The ledger agent is working upstream to curate the operational data into proper financial context, so FP&A is aware of problems and opportunities as they happen. David could look at the most influential factors behind this prediction, but he chooses not to at this time. He wants to focus on investigating the revenue variance and simply ask the planning agent to show bookings in EMEA with significant delays. In addition to a narrative explanation of the predictive quarter-end revenue variance, the insight includes detail generated on the fly showing that the variance is driven by product revenue. It's caused by delayed deliveries that will result in revenue sliding to the next quarter. The AI agent has returned a list of the most significant issues. Contextual details like root cause, proposed mitigation, and cost of mitigation are coming from the Fusion SCM system. Importantly, the AI agent has enriched the bookings and supply chain details with additional context relevant to FP&A, such as revenue at risk and the predicted quarter when the revenue can be realized. FP&A can quickly see that spending some money to mitigate the delays with the Zephyr product might be an option to address the predicted revenue shortfall. However, the mitigation costs are non-trivial. Before moving forward, he wants to run through the what-if scenario to fully understand how this will impact the P&L for this quarter. Today, David would have to ask his team to run through the new scenario and waited a few days while they gathered relevant details from their sales and supply chain teams to run comparative analysis. With the planning agent, he simply describes the new scenario in plain English and gets the analysis done in seconds. Not based on stale data, no guesswork or disconnect here. It's done with real-time data in full alignment with the other lines of business. He reviews the new scenario with summary P&L. Although the mitigation costs are material, the additional revenue for the quarter more than makes up for it. The margin actually improves, and he can now be confident that this is a good plan to pursue. What we've seen here is FP&A being transformed with contextual insights, an intuitive agentic experience, and data-driven analysis. This is only possible with the integrated Fusion platform. David wants to share his analysis with his sales and supply chain colleagues in EMEA. He asked the planning agent to generate a summary of this plan revision, including visualizations and a list of impacted bookings. The agent automatically picks the best way to present this data. The visualization and table look great, and David asks the AI agent to share the information with his colleagues. David is way ahead of the game. These real-time insights and predictions have given him adequate runway to positively impact this quarter's revenue. And with financial and operational data in FPNA-ready context, he went from insight to action in no time. The FPNA team will spend little time on number crunching and focus on partnering with his colleagues around the business on the right decisions to keep revenue performance in line with targets. This is nothing short of a complete transformation and reinvention of the FPNA function, made possible only with agentic AI powered by the Fusion platform. David was able to identify a revenue shortfall, investigate it, and find a potential solution. He then sent it off to sales and operations to work on fixing the problem, and he did it all in minutes, not days. This is not possible if you stay on-premise, and it's not possible with bolt-on solutions that promise an intelligent AI layer. You can only get there with a cloud-native Fusion platform with embedded AI and full finance context with pervasive security and controls.